So guys, it's been a while I showed up on this place and today I want us to analyze what has been going on. There's this part of Nigeria that has been booming, a lot of activities, a lot of emotions, a lot of things, a lot of talks here and there has been happening, and it's concerning the popular Osun State election that happened last weekend. And today we want to analyze it. We want to understand. We want to talk about it. Yes, that's what we want to do today. So basically, I am not against Davido's uncle. In fact, I was very happy. In fact, he gave me so much joy. I don't know why, for some weird reasons, because I don't even know them. They don't know me, and all of those things. But I was just very happy about how the whole thing went. The whole thing was really amazing. It was like wow. Because why it was like wow was because I was like that's how is it possible that the winning team in quotes they have made us to believe and accept is APC. So it's almost like as if any team that is not APC has the chances of that team winning is low, right? And do you guys, I don't know if you guys followed up with the news, but if you followed up with the news, you realize that several governors from different states in Nigeria, including the Senate President Akpabio, was there at the election place to try to see how that we can understand what's going on, to make sure that their APC candidate wins. And to the glory of God, Davido's uncle is not an APC candidate, but he won. And there have been jubilations here and there. A lot of people have been drawing, have been sharing their opinions about the whole thing and all of that. And not long after, few hours after the announcement of the winner, which is Davido's uncle, Ademola Adeleke, right? He came out and he said twice that he endorses President Tinubu and all of those things. And then earlier today, I saw a video whereby Tinubu invited him over, because Tinubu invited him over yesterday, and they had an inner room discussion, right? And in one of the things Tinubu said to him, Tinubu was telling him that, see, let me tell you, you won an election, you didn't conquer anybody. That don't use in whatever you say, in how you celebrate, don't use it to intimidate, or like don't make the other person feel like a victim or feel like he's being oppressed, something like that. And the said governor of Osun State came out after the meeting, came out to the the people who are interviewing him and said, thank you very much, President Tinubu, that I actually came here to appreciate you for making sure democracy is existing in Nigeria. And I started asking myself questions, because I was like, if democracy is really existing in Nigeria, then in 2023 presidential election, there was no need to rig the election. There was no need to steal ballot box in the election. There was no need to pay even a 2-year-old young boy in Kano State to vote, even without understanding what it means to vote, even without him being eligible enough to conduct his civil rights, which is to vote for the election. If truly democracy exists in Nigeria, because now we are all trying to make the whole thing look like democracy because he said he is appreciative of Tinubu because Tinubu allowed democracy to be in existence in Nigeria. That was why he could win. Democracy, and all of those things. I keep hearing democracy like in their discussion, most of it, and is raising a lot of questions in my mind. And now this is now me talking to you, the masses, the general citizens of Nigeria. See, let me